Hello everyone. Now we will do uh, registration operation. In the first videos, I use a I used a user which is already in database, but now we will see how to register our user in the system. Let's look at it. This is my registration form, and I add we can add our username, user email, and user address, user phone. This is the password, and this is this field for configuration. And we can choose a profile image. Let's choose one. As you can see here, let's look at the code and how will we implement it. Also, this is the JavaScript code, which is used to show a selected image. Mm. We are in the register.php, and let's see our forms. We will make a post request to process.php, and our uh, button registration button name is submit.button. Let's go it and let's write the code. Let's start here. Let's start from here. If our registration form is submitted, we will check, we will get our inputs. So what we have a username, and we will get it. Before we will get, before we use, before the using post global variable, I will call a function to make HTML text inactive. We will do same thing for each input field. Let's copy and paste it. We will have a user address. We have a user surname and name. And what we have, user email. User phone number. It is the GSM user. I want to check register.php what we use for phone number. Okay, we use it, user GSM. Then now we will get our file. I explain how we get and how we upload a file to system, so that I skip this part. I need to open another folder for profile image. Let's go to the related directory. Let's open another folder for profile image. profile. And then uh, I will create a unique key for each image because I want to store each image, uh, and sometimes we may upload an image which is already uploaded before. So uh, avoid to change existing image. I will add a unique key to all images. For this purpose, I use round function. It will return a random variable between 1000 and 3000. We will add it to our file. What is the name of our file input? I will close it and I will go here. User profile image. Okay. I will skip this part because I explain it and I write more than 3 times. Then uh, let's uh, prepare a query. Before preparing query, we need to check the passwords. So also we need to add passwords here. Let's add it. What's the name of the inputs? Password inputs. Let's check it. User password done 1 and user password 2. Let's go to the process file, process.php file. This one will be 2. Password 1 and password 2. Then we will compare them. If they are equal, we will make a request. Select. We will make a request to database to check the user is uh, registered before or not. Otherwise, we will show an error message to user. Let's first check our user. Let's prepare a query for this purpose. We will prepare a select query, then all feature. I want to fetch all features from user, where user ID, user email is equal to user email. We will check is there any user with same email or not. If there is a user with same email, we have to show an error message to user. So we will fetch, we will execute our query first. Then we will get row count. how it will write it. I think it will read it written like that. Then we will assign it a variable, call it row. Then we will check row. If row is not uh, if row is 1 or more than 1, we will go inside of this if, and we need to show a error message to user. But we can also write something like that. If row is more than 1, we will go inside of this part. Otherwise, we will show an error message to user. Let's make it like that. If our user is not exist in the database, row will be 0. So it is smaller than 1. And now we have to check the pass. Now we can insert our user to database. Let's create a query for this purpose. Insert query will equal to db prepare insert into user table, set user name equal to username, then user name and surname, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any input field as username, so I will delete it. User name and surname will equal to user surname and name, and we will insert user email. Also, we will use user email as user name, then user password as user password, then user address as user address, is too long, we can make it like that. Also, we have user profile image. Let's check input username, user surname name, and we have user GSM. Lastly, user GSM. It will be like that. Okay, let's execute our query. And we will store its response to result. and I want to encode my password. So this purpose I will create a user password variable to store encoded password. To encode our password, I will use password hash function. Then we will paste our password. It will be default. I think I forget to write something. Let's check it. We did same thing here, I think. I find my mistake. It will be default password default. Default password. What happened now? Yeah. I did something wrong, but where? Where? Okay. Now it must be correct. Why we will get an error? Because of my compiler. We lost time. It gives error, but there is no error in my code. Okay. Let's come here and let's fill this fields. Refine image and lastly user GSM. Okay. Now we can insert a user into database. Then if inserting operation is done successfully, we will open a if condition and we will check it. If inserting operation is done successfully, we will go to index.php. Location. And otherwise we will show an error message to user. And I want to store my user email into session. Now let's uh, look at the code. Uh, I forget to write post global variable so that I get some errors. Now we can test it. Let's create a user. Register now. Let's click the register now, and let's choose a profile image. Because of my cache, this fill it automatically. Let's fill Mustafa Keles, and my email will be mevek@gmail.com, and my address ata uni. Then our phone number is that. Let's enter a password. Um, then let's click the register. We register successfully, and we will go to the main page. Yes, I want to change something here. We will say user, status will equal to 1. It means, let's say status will equal to 2. It means there is a user in the database with same email, and I want to make this operation before the header, and we will say password does not match. We will encode it as 3. Then we will show the message to user.